intro. Never mind. Okay.
Okay, take it from the top.
Okay, take it from the top. Hello, friends. Welcome to Genuine Nonsense.
Speaking of, there it is. It's the name of the show.
Is it Matt, or do you have company? It sounds like you have like...
Oh, no, that's the Americans in the background. Sorry.
Oh, it sounded like you had like a low-talking company person with you. I was like,
There's actually, in every show I do, there's always someone standing just off camera looking straight at me, just mumbling.
Just saying, like, Matt, you're doing a wonderful job.
Yeah.
You're doing what you're doing.
Yeah.
Look at
sometimes.
You producing shows.
Sometimes they're supportive, sometimes they're not. It depends.
Matt, you're a jerk. We don't like you. Hi, everyone. Welcome to Genuine Nonsense. I'm your host tonight, Kristina Smarz, and joining with me is my other host, Matt Fear, who is not Kelly McFarland.
I'm not. As much as I wish I was.
I know. I'm a little bit worried that people have been tuning in the past 2 weeks, and they're like, where's Kelly?
Yeah, but that's not. That doesn't say anything to you, Smarz. That's me. They're like,
No.
Oh, we wanted Kelly, and we have this bearded weirdo here instead.
That's me. I'm a bearded weirdo. Yeah, I've hit that age where I'm getting those little, like,
Yeah, it's okay.
Too much information? No. It's, it's life. And there's something I was going to talk about a little bit later, but like, we should all just be comfortable with our bodies. I feel like today is a really good day.
Well, I mean, it is April 20th.
It is April
20th. Yeah, it's April 20th.
Oh, I didn't.
Yeah, it's 420.
I feel like a jerk. I didn't even figure that out at first. I was like, oh, you're wearing a cool beard hat. That's nice.
Yeah. No, we've got a little group that we at the very beginning of the pandemic. There's like a group of friends that I have that we would have our little Zoom smoke sessions.
No way.
And we all got these High Life hats because
that's very sweet.
I don't know.
Yeah, no. One, it's both fashionable and functional, and it keeps the sun off your face, which is going to help you with aging and skin cancer.
It does. So, it also gives me, when I go outside, it gives me this wonderful like line across my head where it's like white here but burned here. It's because I don't use sunscreen on my face.
Well, what's going to be great too is, given the pandemic time, you're going to have literally like a red nose and a red V right here.
It's going to be like a superhero mask.
Yeah.
On my face.
Yeah. So that's good. So for anyone who's tuning in tonight, if there's anyone out there, we never know. And again, Kelly's not here, so I know no one's.
Yeah, feel free, if you're here, say hi in the chat. We love chatting with people in the chat. So feel free to say hi.
But today on 420, Derek Chauvin was found guilty by a jury of 11 folks who
aren't garbage. Yeah. Well done.
Yeah. And
hi, Brian
is here. Hello. Hi. That's your actual name, and that's weird to see because usually it's like,
Well, Brian's watching us on YouTube, which is fantastic. I can see that Brian's watching us on YouTube. So thanks for watching on YouTube, Brian.
I didn't know
we stream free. That we stream our shows there too.
I didn't know that we could now see chats from YouTube. I thought that was just like, guys, the miracle of technology.
Yeah. YouTube forever.
Mm-hmm. Yep. But so, that's a really good news thing. I feel like outside of that, and I'm not gonna comment on that really, because I don't feel like I have much of a right to, other than to feel relieved and happy and hopeful to see justice done. And I hope that George Floyd's family and those who are close to him feel, even just a small amount of relief, and that our Black friends and loved ones also feel a little bit of relief while the rest of us dig in and get to work.
Yeah. We still got work to do. I mean, it's not like this. I mean, this is a win, 100%. But I mean, just in the last 2 weeks, we've had other people being murdered by police. So it's one of those things where it's like it's a start, and it's awesome. I don't want to say it's not, but damn, there's still so much to do.
Do you have any friends or family who are on sort of the more conservative side of things, or who are involved at all in like law enforcement or anything like that?
Not, I mean, I've got cousins that are, but my immediate, most of my immediate family is sensible.
Yeah.
I like to say sensible. Yeah. I like to say most.
I wish I could say the same.
Ooh, you're taller. I feel like I should. So, you know what? I have a. Sorry, I'm going to change the subject because we need to have a little nonsense here. We had the genuine. That was the genuine part. Let's take the nonsense part. So I have this computer chair, right? And I got this computer chair at the beginning of the pandemic. I was sitting. Yeah, I was sitting on just wooden kitchen chairs at my computer. Nice. Hi, other Dave Thomas. Here for the nonsense. You shut up right in time.
You're like a regular now, and I love it. Yeah. I love seeing you here.
Yeah. So I got this computer chair for free from a very dear friend, Mr. John Serpico, posted on Facebook that he was getting rid of it.
He knows his computer chairs too.
Yeah. So I got it. It's amazing, but it was used, right? So now it does this thing every once in a while where I'll sit in it and it'll just do this automatically. Like it'll just. And then look, I look like I'm looking. I look like I'm sitting at the kids' table. Then I have to, and then do that. And then sometimes I'll do that, and then it'll still sink back down. And then I swear a lot, and then it stops. So if I swear at it, it works.
That's the ghost of John Serpico farts coming
back.
It is.
It is. So many farts in this chair.
There's a lot of farts. And those are heavy farts.
Yeah. But my birthday's coming up, so my wife has maybe hinted at maybe I'll be getting a new computer chair for my birthday.
Oh no! So are you going to pass that one on to someone else, or are you going to keep it?
No, I'm not. Two owners is enough. I think this will end up. It's got wheels, so I kind of want to sit on a hill on it and just just ride it down.
Yes. Yeah.
And I live in Arlington, Massachusetts. For those of you that don't know, is a very hilly town.
Yeah.
So there's some pretty steep hills. I could probably get some speed going.
I feel like this might be a good nonsense segment for.
Maybe I'll put a GoPro on my head. No, it would be bad.
Why? Well, we have
probably
depends on the hill. Yeah. Let's be honest. And I think that if we were to outfit you in enough protective gear, then who knows?
I can't put my arms down. Yeah, that kind of.
Like a whole bunch of bubble wrap.
Just a bunch of bubble wrap. Yes. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh man!
Other Dave Thomas is going to be coming into. He's coming up to Boston in June, right before my birthday. So maybe we'll get him a used office chair, and we'll do it. We'll have slalom races. Slalom.
Yeah, you have to bend your knees for that. I think.
Coal slalom.
I like that idea. I'm sitting in a massage chair. Yeah.
Is it massaging? Is it massaging you?
No. It's for when I massage. It's a little stool. Massage therapists sit on stools. And Dave, I think that's going to be hard to check an office chair onto the plane, but
we'll get you one when you're here.
Maybe you can talk the airline into giving you a discount because you don't have to buy a seat.
You'll just sit in the aisle.
Yeah, you can just set that sucker
there. I love that.
I'm good. So I've got a little massage stool that it's kind of fun to use, but that actually was something that I did want to talk about. So for anybody who doesn't know, I have a million different jobs. One of them is being a massage therapist. Mm-hmm. And I feel really bad because I kind of lost it on one of my coworkers today. Not lost it went off, but just sort of lost it snapped. The place I work, there are a number of other people that also work there. And there's one, let's say, coworker that I have in particular. Well, it helps to know. So this person does housekeeping at the place that I work.
Okay.
Love this individual as a human being. On a one-to-one basis, we're usually great. But she's always like, anytime she sees me, she's like, oh, my back is hurting. And I just, do you have any time today? Can you maybe and it wouldn't.
And because she works there, she gets free massages, I'm assuming?
Well, she doesn't get free massages. They have a 50% discount for employees on the same day. So if I've got like 5 massages and there's like only 2 booked and I've got empty spots, as an employee, conceivably you could jump in for 50% off, which that's a whole nother thing. Cause like, quite frankly, I'd preferred if our company just bought people massages and didn't and just said like, Matt, you get free massages and Kristina, we're going to pay you your commission. I feel like that would be like way more sensible and make it far more difficult for people to be put in uncomfortable.
Because you have to work just as hard, no matter if it's your coworker or your
exactly, and that's
stranger.
That's what I was thinking of. I was like, how is it that I've managed to find myself in positions, in jobs, in career choices that have all of those same things where it's like, hey, do you want to do this for free? And it's like, anybody out there who does comedy, you've been asked like, oh, you just want to do this like thing? Just
it's experience. You get experience.
Put it on your resume. Or like writers have that same problem. I've been approached to just write things that I'm like, normally I would be charging quite a bit of money for this. Well, it's a good cause, and massage. Like I can't tell you how many people are just like, oh, can you just, and friends, I don't mind it. Like, honestly, I would give you the shirt off my back. Like, there's a small inner circle.
You can't on Twitch. We'll get shut down for that.
Oh, well, then I'm not going to do that. Okay. But what I will do is just say that I try to be as giving as possible. And I'm a terrible business person. If I could, I would just give everything away for free. If it just meant that I could like pay my rent and survive, I wouldn't care. But so this woman starts like, oh, hey, you're here today. And like, I had a client just walking in and she's bellyaching. This woman's bellyaching about how much, like, do you have time? Can I schedule a massage? And she's basically like, will you give me like, and I was like, not for half off. I'm not. I was like, I can't. I was like, dude, we've been in a pandemic. I haven't gotten a paycheck in like a year. Yeah. I'm not giving discounts right now. Yeah. I was like, my body is killing me because I've had a year off where it's like a little bit, and I'm like, I
tell you what, I just moved into my apartment.
Yeah.
Stuff is everywhere. Could you come over and just do the housekeeping stuff at my apartment, and then I'll give you a massage?
That's what I've actually said that to this person. I told her, I was like, yeah, sure. You want to come clean my house? And it was like, and I was like, that's so rude. And it's so like, but I was like, but no, what the ask is. And it was funny because there's this article that I read recently that was talking about either ask people or people who are more guess people. So they had either ask or guess, and like how you were brought up. So the idea being that there are people who have no problem just asking for what they want, and it's just like another example is a friend of mine had reached out and just was sort of complaining about a mutual friend who they hadn't seen for like 20 some odd years. And this one person lives in like a big city. So this other friend was coming to town, has not spoken to this person in a solid 15 years, and reaches out like on Messengers, like, hey, I'm going to be in town. Can I stay at your place? And like, they're like, that's an imposition. They're kind of like, sort of relaying this to me. And I was like, yeah, I guess so. Like, I probably would have offered if like, but at the same time, you're right. Like, you haven't spoken to this person. Like, you don't owe them anything. And we just got into the conversation of ask versus guess, and it's like, do you have a sense?
Are you saying guess?
Yes. So the idea being that there are people who will just ask for what they want. And the others are like, I'll put a need out there and, I will hope that someone will guess what my need is and offer, in which case I would gladly take them up on it, possibly. Or the other person who's like, I need this. Like, I need a place to stay. Great. You'll do it. Cool. Whereas like, I will say, like, I am a guest person, and it's something
Yeah,
that
and I
I've had
mean,
to
I've
work
done
on.
that. Like, if we go to like a fest, like I've traveled a couple of times to the New York Sketch Fest
Mhm.
when that was still a thing,
Yeah,
and it was kind of like putting out a thing to, hey, people I know in New York,
yeah,
anybody got a couch I can sleep on?
amen. Yeah,
And if I don't hear anything, then I'm like, well, I guess I'm getting an Airbnb.
hmm
You
yeah,
know, so it's like but I have oh man, it kind of makes me anxious when like people offer to give me something,
yes,
right? Like for just to give me some. I'm like, oh man, like I want to take it, but at the same time, it's like, dang, it's an imposition. It's
yeah, yeah.
I don't know. I'm weird with
I'm
stuff
very
like
much
that.
that same way. Like, I don't want to get in anyone's way. I don't want to like cause any ripples. Just, if I can sneak in here. But at the same time, I don't usually think anything of it. You know, if I'd be the first to be like, hey, come on over. Like, I'll do what I can.
The amount of rides you've given me, Smars, from from one place to another, from rehearsals to
Yeah,
home, it shows like that whole thing between between us trying to like, because I don't like asking for things,
right.
but I'm like, oh man, it'd be really cool if Smars
Yeah.
offered to give me a ride home,
That way,
but if she doesn't, I'm gonna take the bus.
I'll get home in 5 hours time. No problem.
Depending on if the MBTA is running.
I feel like rides in particular are something. My general belief system is that it all comes out in a wash, right? Like eventually karma comes back to you. The stuff that you give comes back to you in some way, shape, or form. I don't know if that's true. It's just something that has made me feel better in the past.
Yeah.
So I was the kid who didn't have a driver's license in high school. Like, so I didn't drive anywhere, and I got so many rides here, there, everywhere. And I mean, granted, in high school, that's when everyone just wants to drive,
Right.
But so I
So
kind
why
of
didn't you get your driver's license in high school? Is it just not a thing you wanted to do, or?
no, it was that, let's see. Well, I graduated at 17, so I was a little bit, a little young, but also it was just my mom and I, like, so she had her car and that was it. I knew there was no prior of me getting a car,
Right.
and less of me actually using her car, because she had even made sort of a stink. She's like, well, what if you use my car and then something happens? How am I supposed to get to you to like whatever? This is our only car. So it had become a discussion, and finally I just decided, I was like, I'm not gonna be driving. Like, I've got my learner's permit, like I've got an ID, that's all I need, that's fine. So I just kind of left it at that till I turned 18, and then was like, okay, I'm gonna go get myself a license, because I don't need
on my 16th birthday, I was I remember my mom took me to the DMV, and I got my license, I got my picture, and then I went and got my class ring.
Nice.
I got my high school class ring. That was kind of my 16th birthday.
That was like the traditional 16th birthday in where I live too. Yeah. Now it's very different. Like, kids aren't getting their driver's license later and later. Like, I feel like depending on where you are, and I feel like somebody told me maybe Massachusetts, you get your learner's permit at 16 or something like that.
Really?
And then
I grew up in a very rural part of the
Yeah.
country. Like, I grew up in the middle of a cornfield, so it was 10 miles to town. And I was an active high schooler. I did musicals and band and choir and all that stuff.
Yeah.
So it was just easier on my folks that I could take myself into town.
Yeah. I grew up in Florida, so pretty much all bets were off anyway. So I could have had a motorcycle at 5 if I wanted.
Yeah. So. They give you a driver's license at like 6 in Florida.
Yeah, if you can wrestle an alligator, you get a driver's license.
They give you a driver's license and a big old bag of bath salts.
Yeah, and skin cancer, because Lord knows, I actually had a dermatologist one time, way off the topic, but like I'm very freckly, like all over. And I was getting a mole check with a new dermatologist who just says to me, sort of out of the, so what part of Florida did you grow up in? Like, Miami? And I was like, you know that? I was like, wow, you're good. You're good at your job. Dermatologist and psychic. I like it.
Yeah.
Whoa, one thing that I did want to say for anybody, any of our two viewers who care. We've been doing Bump Watch.
Oh, Bump Watch.
We've been doing Bump Watch 2021, and friends, Liz Roderick had a baby boy Simon. He came to town yesterday. Look at that little face. I think it's my favorite part of all of this is that Liz got a visitor badge when she went to the hospital, and that just kind of makes me feel like.
Are you visiting, or are you
around a little bit, or what? But yeah, so baby Simon Clark Roderick was born yesterday, 4/19. He's a Patriots Day baby. Yeah, isn't that awesome?
That's awesome.
And both mama and baby are fine. Everybody's feeling good and healthy, and they're gonna stick around in the hospital a little bit, but. My
sister had her baby a couple weeks ago. I don't know if I mentioned that on the last show, but yeah, I have a new nephew.
Congratulations! Is this your first?
No. This is my fourth nephew.
Whoa!
The second child of my youngest sister.
Oh, that's awesome! And what is his name?
His name is Franklin.
Franklin. That's a nice, strong.
It's a good strong. It's my middle name, so we share a name.
Is it a family name, or is he named after you?
Yeah, Franklin's a middle name, family middle name. I have it. My father has it. His father had it. Yeah, so it's awesome. It's a cool way to pass along the name.
I'm bummed because I only have one brother, and I have a niece and a nephew who I love to pieces. My brother and our relationship can go up and down at any given moment, but I'm kind of done. Like that's all I have more love to give. So I'm claiming Simon as my nephew. Like I'm going to be Auntie Smarz.
Auntie Smarz. Oh my God. This kid's lucky. This kid's going to have, he's going to be a rock star.
Yeah. He's got it, and he's got his little sister Penny, or big sister Penny, I should say, who is going to make life awesome for him.
We hope.
That's true, because she is such a bundle of personality that I think there's going to be.
He better walk the line. If he steps a toe out, Penny will be there.
Yeah, she will make sure that he knows. I was going to do a segment on some of the stuff that we don't need that's floating around on the internet, but I feel like it might be more fun just to kind of bring in our guests.
Hey, it's your show, Smarz. I'm just along for the ride.
It is my show. Yeah. I can do whatever I want.
You can do whatever you want. I will do whatever you need. All
right. So bring up some karaoke because I'm getting ready to sing. No, I'd like to bring in our guest because I was going to play a little game with the two of you. And you know what? Some of the pictures. Hold on. We're going to take a production timeout. Matt, don't let anybody else hear this. But some of the pictures that I sent you, we can use those in this little game too.
Oh, okay.
You guys will get the prize.
The not safe for work pictures.
No, those are different.
Those are a different file.
Those have a price. But the other ones, I'll message you in the chat. Which one?
Yeah, just message me in the chat. We'll cut all this out and post. It's fine.
Good idea. Friends, without any further ado, I think for the first time ever on the show, I'd like to introduce our good friend Harry Gordon.
Yeah. Hi, Harry.
Hi, Harry.
How are you guys?
Good. How are you, Guy? What's going on?
Great. I have a question. So I've been on this show a couple of times.
No, you haven't.
Okay. Well, it was nice hanging out with you guys. Enjoy the rest of the show.
Go ahead. Say what you're going to say.
What was your question?
What's this show about? I mean, it's a talk show, basically?
Yeah,
it's just kind of hanging out.
Okay. It's great.
It's about this
genuine nonsense.
Yeah.
Okay. That's fine. That's fine. I didn't know if there was a theme. A theme. Wow.
I hate that.
I remember playing with that person.
I hate that so much.
That was bizarre. Really bizarre.
I've had.
I didn't know if you guys had a theme or something that I should tuck into, as Brits would say.
First of all, don't tuck anything because that can cause infections. Second of all, no, there's no. It's
that's fine.
it's the
fine.
idea of being easy breezy, being able to chat with one another, talk about current events, stuff that's on our mind, and have some fun, but also be genuine when it all comes down to it.
And ultimately, is that why you guys got rid of Kelly? Because she wasn't genuine.
Yeah, she was too.
Yep, there we go.
Yeah.
I mean,
She's still focused on her comedy career, like.
Well, good luck with that, lady. We'll see where that goes for you.
I don't know what that's all about. But yeah, so Harry, this is the first time that you've been here. I guess.
Yep.
Yeah. All right.
In full color.
In full living color, as I actually am. Yes. Yeah. Correct.
Yeah.
So that's what I was trying to get at, Harry. I didn't want to blow your cover in case anybody was really steeped into your character work that you've done in the past, and they're like, "Hey, that looks a lot like that guy that was on here before."
My character work, I'm not too worried about that.
No. Okay.
Yeah, because anytime I've been on this show and I've done character work, I send a link to my therapist, who enjoys it and has asked me to send more. Now, this is me being real right now, so I don't know if I want her to see this. I want her to only see me in character so that I can deflect away from the real me.
You just want her to see the various personalities that you have living inside.
Yeah, exactly. That way I can pretend, I'm in therapy, but I'm not actually doing any work because I go to therapy and I'm just like, see what's going on here, lady.
Yeah, and it's fine because, she gets paid every week. So she wants you to keep coming.
Yeah, she doesn't care as long as she gets whatever they get paid.
I've had that with therapists where it's like I have to stop myself from being funny and or cracking jokes because usually they won't always laugh. I've always gotten some really bummers of therapists who just kind of go,
yeah. Well, I've run into that.
Mm-hmm.
I've run into that before, and generally, those therapists are terrible.
I know they are.
Now, if a therapist can't get the fact that you're a comedian and you do comedy, and that you like to make jokes, and that's part of who you are, then there's something wrong with them. And they always like to read crap into it because they're all so stupid Freudian stuff. They're like, well, what does that really mean? You know what? It means you're overpaid. Goodbye. Then you slam the door, and then you firebomb the place.
Take notes, everybody.
Yeah,
this is how you deal with
whatever.
therapists.
What are they going to do? They're never going to catch me. Do you know how many patients are angry at that therapist? I don't care if some other schmo gets stuck in jail for some awful thing that I did.
That's fair. I had one.
Can't wait for my therapist to watch this.
Yeah, I had one that when I would say she'd say, how you doing? And I was like, I'm good. Yeah, I'm good. How you doing? She would just go. She would literally take a breath and close her mouth, or sometimes be like, fine. And then that was it. I'm like, okay, look, I'm not asking you to dish with me. I'm just
right.
I'm just returning
I genuinely care how you are as a human being. If you've had a shit day, let me know. That's fine. I'm not going to get into it with you. I'm not going to ask personal questions. How are you? I think is just polite. It's
fine. That's
fine.
Right. And but so many therapists are into this other junky kind of process and all this stuff. And I guess that should happen there, but I've just run into so many that I'm just like, forget it.
Yeah.
I slam the door and then I firebomb the fucking place. There are therapists all over the state who've had their offices firebombed.
They're going to start to catch on here.
Yeah, there's going to be a pattern.
They'll never catch me. See how they're going to tie it back to me.
I would maybe. You're not using the same kind of firebomb, are you? The same brand?
No.
The same brand of firebomb.
Harry's firebombs.
Yeah. I put someone else's name on it.
Kristina Smarz' firebombs.
Wait, hold on. No, I didn't do it.
Can we talk about COVID hair for a minute? My hair looks like shit.
Oh, COVID hair?
Yeah, what did you think I said? Because I'd be happy to talk about what you thought I said.
I thought you just said, hey, can we talk about COVID here for a second?
Oh, no, I don't want to talk about COVID. It's not in the news recently. No. My hair, look at this fucking thing.
You got
your hair looks great.
Actually, got a little curly Q happening.
Yeah, because I've just let it grow. Of course I've let it grown. Grown? Groon. I mean, Matt, you're actually doing the smartest thing, which is using. I call wearing using a baseball cap, and I usually use it on my head.
So, like all the men that have warned me before is what you're saying.
Yes, exactly.
Well, I do this. Mine will go all over the place because I have not gotten a haircut either.
But do you naturally have longer hair, Matt?
I don't, but I mean, I've grown it long a little. My hair grows pretty fast.
But does it?
Yeah, my mother and her father had like big heads of hair. So,
are you from New Jersey?
No, I'm from Illinois.
Oh, which part?
The middle part of it.
Oh God.
Yeah, the worst part.
That's like the Confederacy, basically.
Well, the southern part of Illinois is worse.
It is. It goes in gradations. It's sort of like unionish Confederacy.
Yeah. I was in the bluish gray portion.
Hold on, there's a gray portion.
Well, isn't you were talking
the color of the Confederacy?
Yeah.
Oh, I see. I thought you were using the modern blue and red, whatever. Anyways, Smarz, your hair looks fantastic.
Thank you.
It looks really, really good. Have you been able to get to the beauty salon at all during COVID?
Once. I got my hair cut once in November for my birthday. Other than that, and that was like things were already sort of like on the. And I was the only person. I've been with my stylist now.
You don't have to justify it. I'm just curious.
Would you do the flip again, Smarz? We saw that before the show. It was really nice.
Yeah.
Okay, I want to try it.
1970s shampoo commercial. Look at that. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
But how long have you been using Nice and Easy?
Nice and easy. That's my side. There you go, Harry. Now you do the flips.
Mine doesn't do anything. The only thing that flips is like my chin.
But Harry, you've got an awesome shirt on. So
I do. Thank you. Thank you very much. It's a COVID purchase.
Purchase?
It's a COVID purchase.
Well, that might be a good segue into something that I wanted to talk to you guys about is like this. Well, it's a combination of I don't know what's happening. Some of the stupid things that are on the internet, because I keep getting spammed by, I don't even want to say that the company out loud because I'm going to get more things from them. But Wish, have you gotten this on like Facebook or anything like that?
I think I've ordered something from Wish anyways, go ahead.
God.
No, I want to know about it. Did you?
I think so. And I think it was a disaster.
It looks like everything would be a disaster. Like Matt, some of the things that I sent you were not even close to what I've gotten in the past. Like, and I was looking for more examples and I kind of ran out of time, but like, of what I sent you, the thing that's my favorite is
this one.
No, that's an actual product that you can literally buy nothing to send somebody as a gag gift that you can just send them a package of nothing. There was like a portable camel toe that they were sending that you can buy on Wish.
Yeah, that was the picture you sent. That was the first picture you sent me, and I was wondering what you were sending in my email.
It was just it's just a Tuesday email. Like, what is this? Why?
I'll tell you exactly what that's for, and I know why you don't know what it's about. But have you been to the symphony? Because if you go to the symphony, the women often who go to the symphony, they're either wearing that or they're displaying that. So go to the symphony and take a look around. You don't look up. Don't be looking at the architecture. Don't be taking in the music. Just take a look at the down below. That's where you're going to see that. At the symphony.
So it's like the guys that do ballet and they have to wear the cod piece.
Right.
That makes their bulge look
so
ridiculous.
It's a status symbol is what you're saying, Harry.
I'm not really sure what it is, but when you go to the symphony, it stinks of jean nate and all the women have a camel toe.
One of the things, I think the thing that offends me the most, and I know that nature in all of its glory is not always symmetrical, but the fact that it's on like a little bit of a slant and the two sides aren't even really bothers me. Like, I feel like if you're
I didn't notice that until I haven't really. I try not to look too close at this. Like, it's just I start feeling pervy if I look at the picture for too long. Like right now, I'm looking at you. I'm trying to make eye contact with you through the internet.
Okay.
Smarz.
Okay.
Yeah, but now I can see it. Yeah, it's.
Yeah, it's the off-centered nature of it is unappealing.
Yeah.
But I'm not sure that this is designed for women. I wonder if somebody who's in drag would be interested in doing this for performing reasons.
That didn't quite occur to me. That would make sense.
Because if somebody's going to go over the top, I could see a drag queen having a name like Camel Toe, I suppose.
Right. Well, if that was the case, though, then you'd want it more exaggerated. No, like I feel like that's.
You got to start somewhere. You're right. You're right. I don't know. That's a very good point. I'm not really sure.
There was another weird tub-like thing that they put on. And these aren't by far like there was one that was just a handful of worms that, like, I don't know why I would buy a handful of worms. Yeah, I don't know what it is, and the price it's $110. Is covering what it is.
Yep. I'm gonna guess, Matt, that's not the handful of worms.
That's not a handful of worms, no. But this is the barrel thing that I was talking about.
And what's it there for? What does that do?
I don't know. Okay. Hey, Matt, we can see your screen. You know that?
I know. Yep. I don't know.
We can also see all the links that you're linking to.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, awesome.
Wait a minute. Did you order anything off of Wish?
I didn't. And I don't know why I keep getting things from them.
I don't see the handful of worms.
No, I didn't send you a handful of worms. This is an interesting item. This got advertised to me from Nordstrom.
Yeah.
It's a shrimp purse.
Right. I don't know. I don't want to be a jerk about this. Is that how they labeled it?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Because I believe in Asia, if this is where these are coming from, it's probably a prawn.
Okay, fair. But no, this is from Nordstrom.
They called it a shrimp purse.
They called it a shrimp purse. It's from a designer of some sort.
So I have a legitimate question. Are prawns and shrimp different?
I thought prawns were bigger.
I thought so too, but I believe in Australia, they don't say shrimp. They call it prawns. Now, I don't know from a species point of view whether that's taxonomically correct, but I do know that they don't say shrimp. They say prawn. Now, that may be because they're prawns and not shrimp. I don't know.
What about the Cheech Marin film Shrimp on the Barbie?
Right.
Which takes place in Australia.
Yeah.
I did not know that Cheech Marin had a film called Shrimp on the Barbie.
Or when they're playing chess, do they call the little piece of shrimp that they move?
Right.
Yeah.
Prawn to Rook's 5.
It's our show now,
okay,
Harry.
Thank God.
Just taking
what the hell did she just say?
I don't know.
How do you even put up with it?
Her name's on the show. Oh, there she is. Okay, she's.
Anyways,
Harry is one of the people who makes me laugh the hardest at all times, and so one of my absolute favorite things to do is throw out real stinkers and watch him just get really disappointed.
I can't deal with it.
How much would you pay for a shrimp purse?
For a shrimp purse?
Yeah.
I mean, if it's of high quality, if it's of an aesthetic need, like I don't want to carry a shrimp purse, but I bet something of decent quality like that available at, your better, finer retailer outlets might be $20, $25.
Yeah.
Okay, this is yep, here it is. It's $1,495.
I don't believe you.
That's what it says right there. You can add it to the bag. This is from Nordstrom.
Who's Edie Parker? Is that a brand? Is that like a famous maker name?
It's the shrimp cocktail purse. Now I know it's acrylic. I don't know.
It's actually filled with shrimp cocktail. It's
Yeah.
you buy it.
Okay.
It's
Well, that makes
filled
more
with shrimp
sense.
cocktail.
You have to buy it by weight. Is the
Market price.
Yeah.
This is market price.
Subject to availability.
It could be mother of pearl inlaid there. I don't know, but yeah, that bad boy is $1,495.
So here's what I think is going on with Wish.
This is not Wish.
Okay.
Wish. This is Nordstrom. Like,
Why am I even here then? I thought we were talking about Wish.
we were, and that segued into Nordstrom.
That's shocking to me.
Yeah.
Why would somebody who would get that? Who's that for?
I don't know. A quirky old woman who wears a camel toe to the symphony.
Mhm.
I mean,
Yeah, Emily's right.
Yeah.
yeah,
If it,
we're right
yeah,
there with
I
you,
would
man.
agree. If it has shrimp in it
Right.
on
Then-
ice,
Yes.
With cocktail
It's
sauce.
gotta be-
There better be cocktail sauce in there too. Because
I would agree with that.
Got to be insulated.
But the price, I still can't justify. If it was oysters,
Mm-hmm.
that would be. I love me some oysters, and those things are pricey.
yeah.
Yeah.
Even like
I've had
you go
oysters
out and you get
before.
those dollar oysters. Like that's pretty rare even now.
How much would you pay if you went to Nordstrom and bought roller skates? How much would you pay for roller skates there?
Roller skates, not roller blades.
Not roller blades, roller skates. Roller
Are they
skates
for
are-
adults? Or are they for chitlins? Or are they for everybody?
They're for adults.
I would say at a finer retailer like Nordstrom's.
Like Nordstrom's.
You know, it's more of athletic equipment that can be a little pricey. So I'd put it up over. I'd put it maybe around 120, 120, 130
Okay.
dollars.
Yeah. They got them for $258.
Okay, well that seems stupid.
Yeah. Yep.
Especially those. Those are suede.
Yeah.
Those
Well,
are,
I mean, aren't most roller skates made out of like leathery material?
But the original ones, yeah, rink roller skates as to
Sure.
roller. Yeah, okay.
and they're intentionally blank.
Is that the brand, or are they being ironic?
I think both.
Okay.
Yeah.
I
Which
mean,
adds, I
think
think,
there's a reason-
$100 to the price.
I think. Yeah. So
Are these making a way back into like?
They
Is this a retro fun thing that's happening?
they are suddenly making a very big comeback.
I mean, I'd be up for that if it was tied to like the roller rink kind of places or a roller restaurant. You drive up
Oh yeah.
and you ask the underpaid teenage girl who was hired by a lascivious old man to deliver food to you on roller skates.
I don't like this picture you're painting, Harry.
Yeah.
I mean, it was the 1950s. I'm assuming that's the way it was. I mean, actually, that's probably the way it always is, right?
Okay.
Men are always up to no fucking good. That's the one thing
No
I've
good.
learned over time.
Yeah.
Matt.
Sure. So I do have a couple trivia questions that I want to ask you because Harry, you seem to know a lot about a lot of things.
I do. I am an encyclopedia of knowledge,
Okay. So
otherwise known as an encyclopedia.
Yeah. It was like, and for those for everybody that's watching that maybe doesn't know what an encyclopedia is, it's a book that used to
Oh,
be
yeah.
what the internet was.
Right.
What the internet is now, it's like internet in book form.
however, the encyclopedia had been vetted and made sure that the information was correct.
Yeah, the only downside of an encyclopedia is generally it was about 10 to 20 years out of date by
Yeah.
the time it was published. Not
And
published.
sometimes you went to the library and they didn't have the letter that you were looking for.
Correct. Yeah.
Hard.
It's a real dearth of knowledge in that way. But anyways, I'd rather have something made up that somebody believes to be true as a
Right.
fact in my mind than have to go look for the actual information.
Well, then
Yes.
I got questions for you.
Go, shoot. I
so
love
there's-
me some trivia. Go. Ask.
What
What's the question?
what animal or insect or being, I'm going to leave that purposely sort of vague, can you listen to at night to find out what temperature it is?
Well, I think you can listen to it during the day as well.
That's true. That's true. Any time of day. Thank you.
Yeah. It's called the Fahrenheit frog.
See, I was going to say the Celsius cricket.
Yeah.
But
It's the cicada. It's
No.
not a cicada?
No, Matt was right. A cricket chirps. If you listen to it within a 15-second interval and then add 37 to it, it gives you a really good, close, rough estimate of what the
in Fahrenheit.
Yeah, in Fahrenheit of what it is.
The best way to do it though is to just go to your phone, go to the weather app,
yeah,
and then it just tells you 66 degrees in Arlington.
Yeah, but with the approaching collapse of our society, you're going to have to rely on the crickets.
We're going to have to stop being so tech reliant. I think it's going to be a thing. What is Oklahoma? What is Oklahoma's state vegetable?
Oh, that's a great question.
Isn't it?
Oklahoma. Oklahoma state vegetable.
The wind comes.
Yeah. I mean, is it an answer that when we hear it, we'll be like, oh, of course? Or is it like, no, it's just like, okay.
It's going to it might make you actually mad.
Okay. I'm going to say it's the artichoke.
Okay.
I'm going to say
that sounds like it's not right, but we'll go from there. What?
Yeah, it's not right.
Okra.
Okra would have been a good one.
Yeah.
Let's write that. It's actually the watermelon.
Okay. Well, okay.
Yeah. True fact.
You know what? I've worked very hard over the last few years.
At what?
At trying not to consider people who may not necessarily hold the same, let's say, belief system that I do.
Yeah.
Believe that they are just outlandishly stupid. I don't think that's helpful. I don't think that makes for a good society.
Okay.
I think that's disrespectful. But when an entire state takes a fruit and names it as a vegetable, and then they're just sort of okay with it, then I'm outraged that I put any effort into maybe giving them credit.
So I will say it was Senator Don Barrington in 2007 who sponsored the bill to make sure that the watermelon had that honor. And he backed it up by saying the watermelon comes from the cucumber and gourd families, and those are classified as vegetables.
Okay.
I'm not going to believe anything an Oklahoma senator tells me.
Fair.
No, I might be more inclined at this point.
What,
so then what's Oklahoma's fruits? If watermelon is, did you find that out? Did you happen to know that?
It's the zucchini.
Yeah.
Is their national fruit. Is
just
their
lettuce.
Fruit.
Hold on, the zucchini is there?
No.
Okay.
So what was bubble wrap originally invented for?
I believe it was either insulation and or decoration for your walls.
I'm going to say that it was something that you would use to pad your trousers.
I just like the use of trousers there.
Yeah.
Oh, it's trouser padding.
Trousers.
Trouser
hey, honey,
padding.
I need something to pad my trousers.
Sound like a good Illinois boy.
There's only one of them, so it's Illinois.
Illinois. It's actually Harry's right. It was meant as wallpaper. Did you actually know that, or did you just guess?
I did.
Harry?
I did know that. I'd heard about that.
So it was really
that's
supposed to be
also, I
wallpaper?
believe, something similar about Play-Doh was originally created to clean your walls of soot back when they used to use coal to heat your home or cook with. Play-Doh was, or maybe it was silly putty, actually, now they think.
Yeah.
To remove the soot off the walls because of that. Yeah. That was really funny, wasn't it? That whole bit I just did about silly putty.
It was informative, Harry, and that's what matters.
Okay, good. That was the whole point of me coming on this show. Was I just wanted to be
Is that a lie? That's not true?
Is what a lie?
That silly putty was not originally made for cleaning soot off of your...
It was originally, I believe it was silly putty. It might have been Play-Doh. You know what? I mean, this show is a font of misinformation to begin with. So I don't feel
Fluff was originally invented as a poultice.
What was?
Fluff, marshmallow fluff.
Oh.
Like as like a healing poultice sort of thing.
I still use it like that.
I do too. There's just one or two of these that I thought were kind of fascinating. So maybe you don't, and that's fine.
I love this.
When you
I could do this for at least 4 more minutes.
Wait a minute, 4? We almost,
At least
oh my
4
goodness,
more
we're
minutes.
almost out of time.
when you sneeze, so if you're driving at 60 miles per hour, when you sneeze,
Yep.
how far do you actually drive with your eyes closed?
Oh, yeah.
So
because
at
you
60
can't
miles
hold
an
your-
hour,
Yeah.
your eyes are closed for a certain amount of time when you sneeze. So how
Correct.
far have you traveled? I'm going to
Correct.
guess 6 miles.
Not to be outdone by Harry,
Ooh,
I'm going to guess. Yeah, I close my eyes for a very long time when I sneeze.
Okay.
So
Okay.
I'm going to say 10 miles.
I'm going to guess at 60 miles an hour, your eyes are closed for 150 feet.
Remind me never to get in a car with either of you driving. Matt,
Okay.
this is why I've offered to give you rides home so often, because I don't want you driving.
Okay, what happened?
It's your eyes are only going to be closed for about 50 feet. So it's still a good length of traveling,
Right.
but it's not that bad. But people who do temporarily lose their vision during driving and sneezing during driving, that's a cause of about 2,500 accidents every week in England specifically.
Oh,
Well,
really?
it's because they're driving on the wrong side of the road to begin with. So they're
I'm not even
just.
sure that's it. You know what? I mean, I think it's mostly because of who gives a shit. Let them fucking crash over there. What the fuck else are they doing? What
Let 'em
happens
plug
on
up the
that
M1.
goddamn landing strip of a country? Whatever.
Okay.
Oh goodness! I've run off the road because of the sneezing.
There goes our
Go back to the
UK
castle.
viewers. No,
What's
they're
a
dead
good
by
way? What's a good way to figure out the color of what a chicken's egg is going to be?
Kick it in the head. To figure out what color the chicken's egg is going to be.
Yeah, you know how sometimes there's brown ones, sometimes there's white ones, or
I assumed it was the breed, so I have no idea. If I was going to guess, I would guess what is the temperature of the coop when they are getting boinked by the rooster. No, wait,
Okay.
that would create not an egg, but an actual chicken. I think it's just the temperature of the coop. Thank you.
coop temperature. All right,
temperature.
Matt, I'm gonna give you a hint and let you know that it's actually a piece of the chicken's anatomy that you want to look at.
Is it the thermometer of the chicken?
It's
Nope.
you look at you look at the chicken breasts and no,
Matt.
sorry, that's the nonsense part of the show.
Matt.
I don't know, Smart. I feel like you're setting me up for failure here.
Yeah, no, I am, because this is
yeah.
you're never gonna guess it.
Yeah, I'm gonna say if you look at the wings, if the wings of the chicken are
You're just
already
bullshitting now.
sauced,
You're just bullshitting.
then-
Anyone in the audience
Already sauced.
You're just bullshitting. If anybody in the audience has any idea, I'd love to hear it.
There's nobody in the audience.
Nope.
Come on.
Yeah, they don't, and they're here for Boy Detectives, which is next, right here on 2MB Studios.
Oh, are we done?
Tune in and watch Will and Anthony draft websites as for a football team with Robert Bacon and Nate Lopez.
Oh, Robert
great.
Bacon and Nate Lopez are now on that show, huh?
Well, they're guesting today.
Okay.
They ate a lot of shrimp yesterday on Poof.
I saw a picture and I didn't know what that was all
It was
about.
disturbing.
Well, then I'm just going to leave it in mystery form. And
Well, no, tell us the answer.
no, people have to tune in next week to see.
or I could just look it up right now. I mean, what do you?
Fine. Look at a chicken's earlobes.
What? Jeez.
That's our show, everybody.
Oh,
Thanks for
Matt, thank you so much for having me on.
You're
And
so
thank
welcome,
you
Harry.
for making me a permanent host, replacing Kristina and Kelly.
Welcome to Genuine Nonsense with Harry Gordon.
With only Harry Gordon.
Only Harry
Forever.
Gordon. No. Smart. We'll bring her back.
Smarz, thank you for having me on the show. Matt, thank you so much. I had a great time.
Goodbye,
Bye, Harry. You're amazing.
Thank you for coming on.
Thank
it was a
you.
delight.
Anytime. Love you guys.
Love you.
Bye.
And to everyone else out there, whoever might be watching, tune in for Boy Detectives. Check out the 2MB Studios homepage and the Patreon that we've got going on. That's something to check out. There's
check out our homepage. It's geocities.net/edu 2MB Studios.
Perfect. And just be good to each other. That's all I ask. Bye.